Hello guys, thank you for tuning in. If you're new here, consider subscribing to my channel. And today we're going to learn how to make this beautiful top. And if you're a beginner and you're looking for a project that is simple yet not so basic, this is ideal for you. So for the stitch that I use for this project, it's called the Trinity stitch, and it's the one giving me the textured surface, as you can see, and it's really turned out beautifully. So this is what I'm going to show you how to make today. So thank you for being here. Let's get started. Okay, so for this project you're going to need yarn. So this is acrylic 4-ply yarn, and I'm going to use this in color pink. And you're going to need a measuring tape, and you're going to need a hook. So this hook is a 3.0 millimeter hook. This is what I'm going to use for this project. So I guess without further ado, let's just dive into the tutorial. So what you're going to do in order to make this top is just to make something rectangular and then turn it to be a top. So I'll give you the instructions for that. So for now, let's dive into the tutorial. So the first step you want to get is your bust measurement. And in my case, I'm making for a bust measurement size 34 inches. So after you get your full bust measurement, divide that by 2. So that is going to give me, in my case, 17 inches. So after that, you're going to make enough chains to give you half your bust measurement. So I'm going to make, in my case, I'm going to make enough chains to give me 17 inches. So let's do that. Okay, so in my case, in order to get 17 inches, I'm going to chain 65, make 65 chains. So start by making a slip knot. And then chain 65. 2, 3, 4. So as you can see, this is 17 inches. I actually made 70 chains instead of 65. Realized 65 is a little too short. So you want to make sure that this work is, when you stretch your work, that's when you get 17 inches, so that you get accurate measurement. So you want to stretch it just a little bit, because if I don't stretch, I get 15 inches. If I stretch it a little bit, I get 17 inches, and that's exactly what I need. Yeah. So let's go on. So remember, for this pattern, the pattern that we're going to make is called so this is how we make the pattern. So after making 70 chains, chain 1, and then in the 70th chain make a single crochet like that. After that, in the next chain, insert your hook and pull up a loop. So you have 2 loops on your hook. In the next chain, insert your hook, pull up a loop. So you have 3 loops on your hook. In the next one, again, insert your hook, pull up a loop. So you have 4 loops on your hook. So once you have these 4 loops, yarn over and pull through all of them like that. and once you pull through all of them, yarn over and pull through this chain one like that. And after that, so that marks the first pattern of the stitch. So after you do that, insert your hook on the very last chain space. So this is where you made your last chain, yeah. So inside that last space that you made your chain, insert your hook and pull up a loop. So that is going to be the first loop that you pull. The first loop that you pull is going to be always inside the last one that you pulled. So in the next chain, insert your hook, pull up a loop, and the last one, insert your hook, pull up a loop. So you want to make sure that at the end you have 4 loops on your hook. So you want to yarn over and pull through all of them, and then after that you make a chain like that. So that marks completion of the second stitch. So you remember, as usual, when you're starting another stitch, you begin where you begin inside the last space that you made. So pull up a loop, that's 1. The next chain, pull up a loop, 2, and the last one, pull up a loop, 3. Once you have 4 loops on your hook, pull through all of them, and then chain 1. So this is what is giving us the textured surface of the stitch. So after that, remember, as usual, you always start where the last one ended. So you pull up a loop, pull up a loop in the next one, pull up a loop in the next chain. So when you have 4 loops, pull through all the 4 loops and then chain 1 like that, and go on inside the next one with the same process. This is what you're going to keep up with all the way, and just keep on doing that. I'm going to show you what to do on the very last chain, because you're going to maintain that on the very last chain and on the first chain. So I'm going to show you how to end the row, yeah? So keep up with that. I'm going to meet you. So I'm almost coming to the end of this. So like usual, you start your first loop from where the last one ended. 1, the next 2, the next 3, and then pull through all and make so this is how we complete the row. So insert your hook, 1, 2, and 3 on the very last, then pull through all and chain 1. So if that happened, that's how I ended the row, because I was left with the 2 chain. But if you happen to work this and you find yourself remaining with 1 stitch instead of 2, the best thing to do in that case is just to make 1 single crochet in that last stitch, because with this pattern it's very important to maintain the beginning and the end, because if you don't, you'll end up with a piece that is not in alignment. What I mean by that is just you'll find that instead of moving straight like this, you're probably moving inside. Yeah, because maybe you're ignoring stitches or doing so. You have to keep that in mind, yeah, as you're going to work this stitch going up. It's very important that you do so. So after that, in order to start a new row, you're going to chain 1 and turn your work. So inside this very space where you made your chain, make a single crochet. So this single crochet is going, every time when you finish the row, you must finish with this single crochet that you just placed here. So in the next chain space, pull up a loop. In the next chain space, pull up a loop. Pull up a loop in the next chain space. Pull up a loop 2, and in the last one, pull up a loop. So you have 4 loops on your hook. Pull through all of them and chain 1. And then as usual, after this stitch, the first always begin just right after this. So pull up a loop 1, 2, and the third like that, and then pull through all and chain 1. Next, the next stitch always start where the last one ended. So right here, pull up a loop, and then inside the next chain, pull up a loop, 2 loops, pull up a loop. So in total, plus this one, you have 4 loops on your hook, and then pull through all the 4 loops and chain 1. And the next one starts where this one ended. So pull up a loop in the next stitch, and pull up a loop in the next stitch. So you have 4 loops. At the end, pull through all and chain 1. So this is how you end the row, as usual. You always start where the last one ended, 2 and 3. Pull through all, chain 1. So you 1, 2. So you, in this case, I have 3 left, and 3. So pull through all and chain 1. So you can see this very last single crochet that you had made. Always make sure that inside that single crochet you make a single crochet on every row. So beginning and the end, make sure you have that, because if you don't, this is what you're going to end up with. Let me show you. You'll end up with something like this that is not straight. So it starts well and you'll end up with an edge that is not straight. You end up something going like this. So you want to make sure that you do repeat this in the beginning and the end. And when you're making this pattern, always make sure that you're very careful when you're working at the edges, because if the edges, remember you're making a rectangle, so if the edges miss, if you miss the edges, you're going to have something not a rectangle at all. So maybe you want to put that in mind as you keep on with this pattern. So basically that is what you're going to keep on repeating. Yeah, you're going to keep on repeating this as you go upward, So remember, I'm making a rectangle, so this is when you're going to end. So you want to keep this up until, so remember the way that we are going to make our top is by shifting this like this. Once we have like a proper rectangle, so this is going to be the upper part and this is going to be the, and then these other parts are going to be the parts that are covering the bust. Yeah, so you want to keep on repeating your work like you're working until your diagonal measurement, which is this, until your diagonal measurement measures to half your bust measurement. So if I measure my diagonal measurement in this case, I get 16 inches, and when I stretch it a little bit, it gives me 17 inches. So my diagonal measurement is 17 inches, and that is what I need for my bust measurement. Yeah, so that's how you're going to keep up until you have the diagonal measurement gives you half your bust measurement. Yeah, so keep working on that, and let me meet you when you have this. Yeah, okay, so after you get this suited to your measurement, now we're going to do a row. Now we're going to do a row of single crochets all the way across like this before we make this into the top that we needed. So from here, from the last point you made, chain 1 and turn your work to this other side. So make a single crochet in each space. Make a single crochet in each space. So if you want, you can always make this in a different color. I bet it will look nice as well. A color that complements the color that you're making with. So when you get to the last point, you turn your work to this other side. You're going to chain. When beginning on the other side, chain 2, and then continue with chains with single crochets. So this chain 2 space is going to be where we are going to place our straps here. So after that, you just continue with single crochets on the other side. So once you get to this other end, now you're at the next corner. So this corner as well, you chain 2, and then you proceed with the single crochets on the other side. So this is the last corner, and you want to do the same thing. Chain 2, and then proceed with the single crochets on the other side. You get to this last corner that you started, you want to make sure you do the same thing, and then just chain 1 and cut your yarn. Yeah, so far this is all you have. And if you are happening to make this pattern and you don't get to have like a perfect rectangle, don't worry so much about it. Like, just try to work with what you have. As long as it's not that bad, you'll still get the effect that you need. So this is what we have right now, and I love the texture that this pattern is giving me. So this is how it looks like, the rectangle, and now we want to turn it diagonally. So this is going to be the neck part, this is going to be the downer part, and then this are the part that are going to cover the bust. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to show you is how to make sturdy straps that you're going to tie from your neck to your back, so you can have. So in order to make these straps, this is how we're going to do. So make a slip knot and chain 3, 1, 2 and 3. So after chaining 3, yarn over, and on the very first chain that you made, insert your hook, pull up a loop. Now you have 3 loops on your hook, pull through 2 and then pull through all. So, and then chain 3 again, yarn over and go back inside between now between these two here. Insert your hook, pull up a loop and make a double crochet like that. Chain 3, yarn over and go inside between these two again, pull up a loop and make a double crochet. So this is how you make a sturdy strap. 1, 2, 3, back inside, pull up a loop, make a double crochet. 1, 2, 3, back inside, pull up a loop, a double crochet. One, two, three. 1, 2, 3. So you're going to keep up with this. I'm not sure yet how many I need, so just keep working on this. I'm going to show you how many I made. Okay, so for the neck I made this is a total of 45. Yeah, so this is how you're going to attach this at the neck. So remember where you're chaining to, just insert the strap right here. Like this. So this is where you tie at your neck. So we're going to make another one, another strap. So the next straps are going to be at the diagonals here and here, and you're going to make them differently. So one is going to be here, so just insert your hook inside the chain 2 space, and let's make a strap here. So chain 3, yarn over and go back inside the chain 2 space and make a double crochet. Chain 3 and go back inside between the chain 3 and the double crochet and make a double crochet like that. Chain 3, Yeah, so I made 30 on this side on the first diagonal. So you're going to do the same thing on the other diagonal, which is here. Make another 30 for the straps, and I'll meet you when you have that. Okay, so this is what I have after that completion of that. So you have 2 straps on these 2 diagonals and a strap on top here that cover the part. Yeah, so as simple as that, that was the tutorial. So if you watched this till the end, thank you for being here. Please like this video, leave a comment or a feedback, and subscribe to my channel. I really appreciate you. Help me grow this channel by sharing too, and follow me on Instagram at Threaded Elegance. There's more to share, there's more coming up, and it was nice having you around. So thank you, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.